Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Ethan from Scrutiny Game Talk. Today's video is going to be another character talk video about what I think of them, their chances of getting in Smash Brothers, my overall impression of them. In the previous video, I talked about Shantae, and I got a lot of feedback on that one. It's actually really nice to see how many big fans she has, so you guys have kind of inspired me. I think I'm going to play the games like tomorrow if I can, and see how it goes from there. I mean, if she's loved that much, you know, who am I to say that she shouldn't be in Smash Brothers? So, you know, it's great. So I wanted to actually thank you all for your feedback, comments on the previous video. I hope I didn't like offend anybody, obviously, and it's for entertainment purposes. It's just my opinion from reading a couple articles. There wasn't that much source material on it in terms of just the creator, and yeah, so that's gonna be it for that. So for this edition, part 2, so to speak, this is going to be about characters from the game ARMS. Now, I do know much more about ARMS than I do about the Shantae series, because I really like the ARMS game. I played it almost right after it got released when I got my Switch. I didn't get my Switch immediately when they came out. I got them a little bit later, but ARMS was still very new at the time, and I got it, and it was just a really fun game. It was very different than the traditional style fighting game. It was slower, but much more methodical, kind of an ongoing rock, paper, scissors thing, and I know that's so to speak for many fighting games, but the way ARMS goes about it, it's a game of waiting, almost. It's a game of counterattack and just waiting for your moment. Now, when it comes to characters from ARMS being in Smash Brothers, I know they've been releasing a couple new ones. They had Lollipop recently, and I think they have another new one after that. I haven't played the game in a little while. But other than that, obviously they would put in either Springman or Ribbon Girl or both as, you know, a unique character and an Echo Fighter. And I think that it's more than possible, however, not for launch. Now, the reason I say I don't think they're going to be there for launch is because the game came out in June of 2017. And Smash Ultimate has been in development, I think, since 2015. Around that time, late 2015, mid to late 2015. And so, you know, they might have been being developed together, and obviously Nintendo would have insight on its own game in the works, right? Now, it is possible they could be a part of this game. It could have been decided early on, and they just stuck to it. But I think that if not in the base game, I would say it's almost for sure going to be DLC. Maybe even a duo pack, just Springman and Ribbon Girl, just a 2-for-1. And that's another thing to talk about in Smash Ultimate. There could be DLC packs, because they're really focusing on both Unique and Echo Fighters for this game. And it would be a real treat to see, you know, DLC packages. Instead of character by character, just do packages with 2 in them. They don't have to always be related, but just some character and some Echo Fighter bundled into one little package, and it'd be just a sweet little deal for people to pick up on. Now, when it comes to ARMS, I think it's been pretty successful. I know a lot of the hype for it has died down, but it's still getting updates, and it's still getting a lot of love. When it came out, there was a good amount of content, enough to keep you busy, but obviously it did need a little bit more, and it did get more eventually, a lot more arenas, new characters, and it's a really fun game. I recommend it to anyone who is a lover of fighting games, or even just casual games in general. If you're not a competitive player, that doesn't mean you should be shying away from any kind of fighting games. I'll be honest with you, I love fighting games to death. I play so many fighting games. I have a fight stick, but I'm not competitive. I hardly play online ever. I really just like to play for fun on my own a lot. I guess it's just a matter of opinion, but when it comes to fighting games, I like to take my time and just do my own thing. I do play online battles every now and then, don't get me wrong, but I usually have more fun when I'm on my own. Now, the thing to like about ARMS is not only its gameplay, but its style. It's very stylistic, it's got good music. It's just this like spunky game, and it thrusts itself right in your face. The second you're playing it, you realize that this is something different. This is something only Nintendo really could have made. Nintendo's kind of been the king of unique games since since the 80s. Ever since the Nintendo Entertainment System, they've just been pushing the envelope as far as it can go. There's been some highs, there's been some lows. I mean, as fun as the Wii was and as good as it sold, how many people actually like the motion controls, right? But it was innovative, and that's part of why it sold. With the Wii U, it didn't sell that well, I think a lot due to marketing problems, but the Wii U still holds up pretty well. It's still very fun. I know a lot of people didn't get to play like Nintendo Land, but Nintendo Land was great. It was really fun, and Nintendo's just always been about being innovative. I don't know anything about Nintendo Labo. I've never tried it, but as far as I know, for expensive boxes full of cardboard, it works just as you expect it to. So for some, it might be an absolute pleasure to play. If any of you have ever played Nintendo Labo, I'd actually like to know about that. Give me your opinion in the comments below. I'd really like to know, honestly. I'm interested. Now, when it comes to ARMS, there's also quite a few characters, and I'm not gonna lie, actually, I prefer other characters more than Springman and Ribbon Girl. I understand that they are the main characters. Everyone has their favorite. This is just a matter of opinion. I'm gonna name off all the characters real fast, and then maybe give some unique characters that I think could also join the roster if they're iconic enough, because any ARMS representation is still ARMS representation. Of course, it's gonna be Springman. But, so the characters are Bite and Bark, Dr. Coil, Helix, Kid Cobra, Lola Pop, Master Mummy, Max Brass, Mechanica, Min Min, Missango, Ninjara, Ribbon Girl, Springman, and Twintel. Now, out of all these characters, the more recent ones I don't know that much about, like Missango and Dr. Coil. I know that they were somewhat recent updates. I know I haven't been up to date on the game in a while. I played it basically from launch up to a little bit after Lola Pop was released, and then I stopped for a while. But I am a huge fan of Max Brass and Master Mummy. I like heavy characters, I always have, in any kind of fighting game. I think they could also be a good representation. I know Ribbon Girl would be the obvious choice as an echo for Springman, but honestly, I think almost any of the characters could be an echo for Springman. Just change the arms that they have and the characteristics from punching attacks and so forth. But anyway, I think that they make a really good option, a really good choice for the Smash Brothers series, and I think it'll take some people off guard if they do end up making it in the game. I think they're going to be unique and fun to play. So, yeah, I think that the case for ARMS is a pretty good case, and that they're first party. They can make it in if they really wanted to, if the fans wanted it, and I think some fans do. I know others are kind of split on the matter. Not everyone likes fighting games. Not everyone plays ARMS. They could use it as promotion for a sequel, perhaps, although the game just came out a little over a year ago. So that about wraps up this video. I actually want to know who you want to see in the next video. I'm going to make sure to do a lot of research on these characters and really make a fair judgment on them based on what I know about the fans, the game itself, as well as its effect on the gaming community and what people really think of it. Then again, some games that don't have a huge following do get to make it in, and usually it's more exciting to see that as well. So, I'm not gonna lie, if Shantae makes it into Smash Brothers, I'm not gonna be disappointed or mad. Oh, dang, more characters to play as. So yeah, any character I think that makes it in, it's just gonna make the game better. It can even be another Fire Emblem rep, like at this point, just whatever. So yeah, I want to thank you all very much. If you like this video and want to see more content similar to it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Anything helps out a lot. Simply watching my videos. If you want to check out my older videos, you can do that. There's a whole playlist of all my Smash Talk videos. I want to thank you all for joining me today, and yeah, take care everybody.